The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, go, go.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Put up. Hit it.
They'll try and run forward with Petty. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Go, go. 50's the mile. 50's the mile. Ready.
On the ground, McCaffrey.
Go, go, go.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Cut. Hey, lock it. Check hot route. Hot. Hey. High 7.
Mike 54. Man, I got you.
5.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Head logo.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Deep dribble.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A run for Nick Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things bounce.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside.
50, plant.
54, Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
25, check 25, check 20. Hey, Zoo.
54. Mike, 54. Got you.
Go. Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Chubb on 1st down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 30 base.
56. I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, orbit.
56 to Mike.
Set.
They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Check. Topper. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Pilot, 64, weak. Let go.
He may try and run for this. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Here we go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Go. 10 logo. Get it.
On 1st down, Lock. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Yeah.
Come to me, it's me.
Now Lock again. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. Complete to Anthony Miller.
Let's go. 60
at the 7-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half for Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, gun.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
2 on the play. It's third down and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. Completes it to Miller. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cortland Sutton, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Chubb, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 99. Check 99. Shift.
Look at me. Zip, two.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2nd and 11. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Levante David. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 56.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Telvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. Wait, 80! I'm on. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. Get hot.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here we go.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
21.
Mike 54. Watch the pass.
21.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Set. 90, Wolf.
56. Here we go, D. All day.
Get it.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And again, it's Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, wahoo!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
First and 10 at the 34.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
21. Check three.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go.
54. I'm not ready. Watch out. I got you. Check 24. Watch 24.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
5.
56.
Hey.
56. Check 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Sam off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down here by the Saints. DONxMECCA in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Ready.
Spike 56. You don't know no better.
Yep.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Wild Bill.
Hey, Alpha. 56, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's going to be a long day.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
11.
He's coming. We got double up. Check. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Again, McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, Isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for Pride. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Levante David able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games.